Now we are going to start with our models, and I'm going to call up Gerald first. Now, obviously, you can tell that this is business professional, right? And Gerald's going to read off, to begin with, what majors at Wake Tech would be considered a business professional outfit.
All right, account finance, business administration, business analytics, office administration, advertising, and graphic design.
So if you're in one of those majors, it's going to apply for you, okay? So let's talk about professional dress or corporate dress. You're going into an interview, you need to have a suit. It's recommended. Now, if you're going to buy a suit, what suit do you want to invest in? It should either be navy, black, charcoal gray, or brown, all right? Make that investment. Now, Gerald cleans up well, doesn't he? Let's talk about the shirt. Shirt should be a blue, a light blue, not a deep French blue, but a light blue, white, or ecru, okay? And this is ecru, just so you know. It's kind of a creamy beige, all right? So you want to stay understated here. Now, and what we did with Gerald here in his suit on purpose, it's a two-button, this is classic, okay? So if you'll just spin around, single vent here, you all see that. There is a European style that has two vents, but go ahead and get yourself a classic suit. All right, so I'm going to come and I'm going to show you a little bit about the shoes and the heel. I don't know if you all can see this, but when you are hemming a pant, and by the way, if you can buy a suit off the rack without any alterations, then you are just amazing, because it just does not happen, okay? So I'm going to say this repeatedly today. You need to have a tailor. I don't care if you go to the mall, you go around the corner, whatever, but expect that you're going to need a tailor. So you see where the back of the hem of the pant is. It's right above the heel. That is perfect. Now turn around. Let's flip you around again. So Gerald's going into the interview here, and a couple things. We want to keep him, number one, he's wearing a power tie. You see the red color. You still want to keep it understated. You don't want to do anything busy in a pattern. Now, in Gerald's industry here, in business professional, I can guarantee he's going to undergo at least 2, if not 3 interviews. The first one will be with HR. The second one will be with probably his immediate boss. And the third might be more social to see how he reacts to his peers. So this is very important that you keep in mind that when the interviews start rolling in, that you take time to research the company. And this is what I mean, research the company. Go on the net, see what the culture is, see the product they're selling, understand what their focus is, so when you are dressing for your interview, you are comfortable with the way you are presenting yourself. Another thing that you can do is you can call HR or go on the internet, and they will have a dress code policy. Every company has a dress code policy. You need to make sure that you are comfortable with however you dress. Okay, so going into the interview, this is what I would do. You want to keep this top button buttoned. Once you sit down, Gerald, you're going to want to unbutton it to feel a little bit more comfortable. Let's talk about, we've got a couple things we're going to talk about for fit. This is very important here, okay? So everybody see this bone right here? Everybody's got one right there. That is exactly where the end of your shirt should hit, okay? And the jacket should be a 1/4 inch, less than a 1/4 of an inch, above that. Do you see how that states, okay? So this is actually, put your hand down if you will, a little bit too long. You can see that. These are the details that you want to focus on when you're buying a suit, gentlemen. Shoulders, make sure it's squared off, it fits there. Now, shirt here, you should be able to stick 2 fingers. I'm not going to choke you and do it, don't worry. We'll save that for later. 2 fingers right here in the neckline. That's how you can determine whether or not this is a good fit in the collar. In the chest region here, you should be able to put a fist width right in here, okay? If it's any tighter, then it's not going to be comfortable. So I think we can get a nice fit. Now, shoes. This is a lace-up, nice leather shoe. How do you feel in this outfit?
I feel great.
You look great. You look great. Now, briefcases. People are not carrying briefcases anymore. So we have a Padfolio. If you will open that up, please. What goes in your Padfolio? Besides my papers. Actually, what goes in here? This is perfect. You want to bring 3 copies of your resume. You want to have a pen. You want your cell phone nowhere to be seen, okay? You have a pad here for note-taking. Regardless of whatever type of interview you go into, you should have a pad and 3 resumes. 1 to give HR again, or the person you're interviewing. There might be 2 people interviewing you. 1 to give them and 1 for you so you can reference it. So when they're asking you a question and you have that moment where you're blanking out, that you can go ahead and look at your resume and say, oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Okay, so any questions on this? We're going to talk briefly about dry cleaning this. Few tips. When you have a suit, you want to dry clean the pieces together, okay? Never do one versus the other, because what happens is one will get more worn and the colors and the dyes will not end up matching. All right, so what else do we need? Very important tip to remember here with a suit. Dry cleaning a suit, you don't want to do it more than every 4th wear. So you're probably thinking, if you'll turn around again, Gerald, he's starting to get some wrinkles here, right? From sitting down. What do you do about that? Invest in a steamer. They're very inexpensive. You can get a little steamer and just put a little water in it and steam it out. This way you're preserving the suit. Okay, so I want to do one other thing. If you will turn around. We mentioned that he's going to have more than 1 interview. We want to keep everything on a budget with what he's going to need for his interviews. So this is going to be your other option. I will take this. You take that. He's going to need another look. And he's probably going to need a tie. He might not need a tie for the 3rd interview, but here we go. So he's going to wear the jacket, the pant, and the shirt. And again, this is going to keep him very understated.